welcome back to Synthetic Oil Protection. My name's Eben. If you guys are new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing for a lot of important information on your vehicles. So today we're working on this 2003 Harley Softail Standard, and we're going to be doing a couple of things. We're starting out with our 20W50 V-Rod, and what this is this is an upgraded OEM oil, much better than what comes in it from Harley-Davidson. And a lot of these lubricants are all 100% synthetic, so it's not a blend like the other lubricants. Also, we're doing the trans, the primary, which is 100% synthetic 75/90 gear lube. And what this is this is designed for severe service. So if you're doing any tracking, stuff like that, and a lot of the time you can double the severe service interval compared to OEM gear lube. All right, let's kick it off. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use our 5/8 inch hex, which is just a standard socket, and all we do is just drain the drain bolt, real easy. And he's checking the oil and stuff like that, but it's basically right here, underneath here, and that's it. Just crack her loose. So he's just cracking her loose. Standard drain bolt, just like a car. Now we just let her drain down. We'll be back. Right, so we're with Dan here, and we got the oil all drained out, and now he's going ahead and he's wetting up the filter. As you guys know, the wetter the better. He's got good fingers, and we got the rubbers all wet. And the only reason we're not using the Amsoil filter is because he already bought this one, but the Amsoil filter is actually good for double the OEM filter. And it's good for 98.7% efficiency at 20 microns. So when you upgrade from the V-Rod Harley oil and then you try the full flow Amsoil filter, you'll also feel a difference with the filter as well. All right, Dan's going to go ahead and crack the filter. Pretty easy to get to when you got the right tools. We're good. Yeah. So we got it nice and loose, and now it's all hand loose. And just go ahead and unthread her, and that's it. It's that easy. When you have the right tools, you just need that little band, which is this right here. That's all you need, is just a little filter wrench. All right, good to go. We're with Dan, and he's doing a little extra due diligence. He's pulling off the scavenging oil line here. And I guess he read on a form or something of that nature that it's good to get out the extra oil. So me not knowing a whole lot about Harley-Davidson and he being a Harley rider, we're just going to go with the flow and just yank her off. Perfect. All right, we'll be back. So Dan's putting on our hose, and what he's doing is he's getting it all set up so we can suck in fresh oil and then dispose of all the old dirty stuff. All right, we're getting her done. There we go. All right. So Dan got on the hose here. I guess we're going to be sucking in some fresh oil, and then we're going to be disposing of all the old dirty stuff. All right, we'll see how it works. We'll be back. So Dan's giving me the honors of putting in the liquid gold. We're putting in our 20W50 V-Rod, and what this is, V-Twin, and this is the best of the best of the best for engine, transmission, primary chain case lubricant. All right, let's do it. Do a crazy tall pour. Crazy. Get silly with it a little bit. One down, 2.5 to go. All right, pour number 2. Here we go. We'll stretch it out. See what we can do here. Got to stay in the zone. 3 quarts of motor oil in, and Dan's going to go ahead and fire her up and start pumping. Here we go. Let's do it. until it started to run clear. Went real smooth. It didn't shoot anywhere. Good to go. Dan's putting the return line back, and you do need a fuel line removal tool, which is that little plastic piece, and that's what you're going to need to take it off. All right, perfect. All right, that's it. It just snaps right back in, nothing special. You put the cover back on, and that's it. Good to go. We warmed her up. He idled it for about a minute or two. We're going to check our oil. Let's do it. Final check, we got 3.8 quarts in. Let's see what we got. Perfect. Right there in the middle. Excellent. We got Dan getting ready. We're going to do a little test here, and what it's going to be doing is he's going to be checking the shifting. So we didn't do the transmission fluid yet. It's got all OEM Harley trans, and it's got OEM Harley primary fluid. So we're going to be changing both, and we're going to be listening to the shifting before and after. All right, so we're going to do the test right now. All right, Dan's going to start from a standstill, and he's going to do a first to second, and then a second to third, and we're going to listen to the shift. Good. So we got quite a bit of a clunk there, and I think that's a perfect example. All right, we're going to go ahead and do the change now. Let's do it. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and do our same drive again, and I'm going to give Dan the heads up, and we're going to hear how it shifts. Let's do it. A lot quieter. Wow, big difference. So Dan just drove it around the block. So how's it shift, Dan?
Like butter.
Like butter, all right.
Like butter.
And now we're gonna start it up, and we'll see if it makes that clunk when he first puts it in first gear. Let's give it a shot. Right, so Dan is gonna start the Harley up, and he's gonna put it in the first gear, and there's a really big clunk, and we'll do a before and after. Let's do it. All right, perfect. All right, I'm going to show you guys where the 5/8 drain is for the transmission we're doing. Transmission, all right, I'll show you where that is. It's right underneath here, right there. All right, so that's it. That's where we're going to be draining her down. We got done doing our before and after. Now we're going to go ahead and crack our trans fill loose with a 3/8 inch Allen key. Real easy to get to. Super easy. It's all cracked loose. Beautiful. And it's got the little check on it too. And now we crack it from underneath. Thing threads for miles. And there she goes. Looks good. Looks really good and clean. See-through. All right, 20 to 24 ounces goes out, and then we fill it up with 20 to 24. Show you guys the metallic that's on the magnet here. This is the magnet from the trans, which is doing its job, getting all those little shavings out. And we're gonna go ahead and clean her up. Good to go. So Dan's got the new rubber all lubricated. It's on the plug, and we're good to go. Dan's putting in our drain plug. That's the one you just saw that's got the little rubber O-ring on it. And we're just tightening her down to 20 pound-feet. You don't have to muscle it down, or you can crack the gasket. All right, we're all wrapped up. Great time to go ahead and feel her up. We're gonna be putting in our 75 W90 severe gear, and we got our new easy squeeze pouch, and he just goes ahead and trims it off like butter. Go ahead and take off our seal. And if you're curious how strong this packaging is, this packaging will hold 1,100 pounds. So someone by actually steps on it or something like that, it's not just going to burst. You know, they're very robust, specifically designed. And that's pretty much it. Got our paper off and going in. We're feeling her up. We're pumping her with lube. Beautiful. Look how clean that is. Easy squeeze. All right, so when you check it, you don't even have to put it threaded in. You just put it in lightly, and that's pretty much it. So we'll see where we're at. Take a look.
No, we're not on there.
We're not even on it. All right, we got to put more in. Final check on the gear lube. We put in about half the easy squeeze pouch. We'll check it out, see where we're at.
We're not on it again.
We're not on it again. We got to add more. All right. We're doing the primary. We're using a Star Key. What is that? Like a little.
Torx 27.
It's a Torx 27.
I like Star Key.
And that's it. Just loosen her down and easy as pie. We'll be back. Taking off this primary case is like eating a fresh piece of apple pie. We're going to be eating apple pie in what, 4 days from now? Now we're doing our Torx 40 drain plug in the primary. And there she is, Torx 40. Just crack her loose. Drain her done. And there she goes. Stuff looks pretty used. All right, we'll be back. All right, so Dan thread taped our drain plug on the primary. So that's all taped up and it's ready to go ahead and thread on. Just thread her on. Perfect. Dan's gonna go ahead and feel her up. What we're doing is we're putting in about 26 ounces in the primary. And that's pretty much it. You just feel her up with a little funnel just like he's got. And that's pretty much it. Pouring in the liquid gold. That's it. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, we got her all full, and Dan's gonna go ahead and tighten it down to about 7 foot-pounds. Now we're gonna go ahead and do our same drive again, and I'm gonna give Dan the heads up, and we're gonna hear how it shifts. Let's do it. A lot quieter. Wow, big difference. Dan just drove it around the block. So how's it shift, Dan?
I like butter.
Like butter, all right.
Like butter.
And now we're gonna start it up and we'll see if it makes that clunk when he first puts it in first gear. Let's give it a shot. A little bit, but it's quieter, right? A lot quieter. All right.
Finding neutral's way easier.
Finding neutral's way easier, he said. So we got our results. We definitely had an improvement, and really appreciate you guys tuning into my channel. If you guys are new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing, and we'll see you guys back next time on synthetic oil protection. Thanks, guys.